Tomorrow, the CPI report will be put out. In today's video, we're going to get you guys prepared and ready as always. We're going to discuss what to expect the overall market, and I'm also going to be sharing with y'all a stock that y'all should be keeping in your watches for tomorrow. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the SPY futures, and today SPY really pushed. It did well relative to pretty much all of the indices did well. They were all positive by 1%. And right now, the structure that is on here is still pushing. SPY had a bull flag right there, which broke out like last week and is still grinding upwards. Today we had massive push, massive volume, and looking at the Nasdaq, also the same thing. This one has a bullish pennant on there that's still going. We took out 20.9. The next level to watch for, now at least for QQQ, the alert that I have at 504 didn't even ring yet. I think 507 is going to get hit. All right. Now, some things are going to influence the market. We're going to discuss that right now. Okay, so this is the inflation report. All right, the CPI report. Like I said, it's going to be released at exactly 7:30 a.m. Central Time. All right, and this is how the inflation report has been trending throughout the past few months, from March to April to May. All right, the consensus, or I would say the forecasts, or yeah, both of them, consensus and forecast, they are expecting 3.1%. All right, now I think I'm leaning again. I have to pick a side. On this video. I'm not gonna be neutral. All right, I think that we're going to actually push higher for one day, and then the PPI might be the one that cools everything down. That's what I think. All right, because I don't think the QQQ is done yet. I believe it has one more day, along with some other big tech stocks that have, I think they still have one more day. So we might see that overnight, maybe a big spike out the gates, and then maybe like a fade. But for now, I think we might see 3%. 3%, 3.1%, or 2.9% will send the markets flying. So just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for these numbers. All right. Now let's discuss the stock that is looking pretty good for a run, for a massive move. All right, now that stock is BLK. This one kind of, it's a stock, but how do I say this? It's I don't think it's an ETF. Maybe it is. All right, but the important thing about this stock is that it has a structure on there that I think looks pretty good, and I'm sure y'all can see it already. All right, there is a bullish pennant right there on the charts. All right, and it broke out today. Out the gates right here. All right, so with positive CPI, I do think this one for tomorrow, it has a chance to run all the way up to 230 tomorrow. The setup is there, like it's really clean. The structure is there and all that. Earnings is actually not in the way for tomorrow. The contracts that are super inflated are the ones for next week. They're not super inflated, but they're kind of inflated. All right, but this earnings is for Monday. Maybe they provide like solid numbers and this thing actually goes even higher, maybe. All right, but for this video specifically, for the sake of this video, this is only for tomorrow. Watch it for a break of this high and for a move up to 830. Now let's discuss, let's do an updates Some of y'all ask a lot of questions in the comment section, and we're going to address them in today's video. I told you guys, don't be scared. If you have questions about some stocks, drop them down. All right, so we're about to start. First and foremost, we got to look at Intel. What's going on with that one? So unfortunately, there wasn't that much money to be made the day after I released that video. Again, it's unfortunate. Like I told you guys, watch it for a long, all the way up to 37. All right. The nice thing is it jumped overnight. So anybody who bought calls before, like right there in this green circle after this is sent in triangle, I bought calls on there. All right. I ended up doubling my money out the gates, immediately out the gates, and then I had to get rid of it because it just wouldn't break above. It just wouldn't break above 15.23. Let me show you guys right here. All right, so this is pretty much it. This was from, again, this is yesterday. All right, at around 8:37, I put in 1,960 contracts, and then I got out 3,800 total when I sold all of them that morning before this thing actually started to fade. Is it done yet? I don't think so, because again, CPI report is going to come out tomorrow. Also, the gap at the top is still there, and this thing is massively undervalued, and it's trying its best to recover. So I would say it still has room to run. It still does. All right. Now, somebody asked me to look at Enphase. Now with Enphase, this one has been chopping between 140 and 100 for pretty much half of this entire year, right? And right now it's actually bouncing near support, which is a good sign. Like for anybody who is a long-term investor looking to go long on this one, this is not a bad place to dollar cost average. All right. Now, is there a short-term setup on there? Maybe. I mean, it's just a reversal right now. That's all I see. And there's also a gap up here at 120. When I dive deep in here, I don't see any specific structures. It's just zigzagging upwards. All right. This is the trend right here. All right. And best place to buy is on the retest of this line. All right. It will no longer be safe for a short-term swing if this trend actually breaks. So be very cautious, be very careful, and hopefully it shows something cleaner, because this is not clean. This is just a reversal. It's kind of sloppy. There's nothing quite defined yet. It's just cranking upwards. It's trying to make its way back up here. It's not too obvious. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, but the uptrend is there. So I hope that answers your question. And for anybody else who is interested in the stock, this is a good question, so I had to address it. The next one that somebody asked about was Palantir. And with Palantir, I think there's a decent amount of hype about this stock. I saw something on the 4-hour, I think. Yeah, there's something on the 4-hour, all right. It's right here. It's right there. There's definitely something cooking on the 4-hour. It actually got out. It got out at some point last week. This was on the 5th. And this is Friday. So it got out on Friday. It's been playing games on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It looks like it wants to go higher. Again, with the CPI report, we can see this thing go up to $31 tomorrow. If it's positive. Again, anything could happen. Like, we could come out with a 3.5% and then everything just drops. All right. But there are some clues with the indices that's making me lean more towards the bullish side. Again, like I said earlier, I'm going to pick a side. I'm not staying in the middle. All right. Therefore, bullish. All right, now the next one that we're going to look at, just in updates on Apple. Apple is still, this was the video that I made on Sunday. Apple is going parabolic. It's still going up. It's still climbing to 233. I believe, as you can see, the alerts are there. The potential to 238 tomorrow is present. All right. So if you have calls on it, it could go higher. It could definitely go higher. Right. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. All right. I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguma and the Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.